Hello and welcome to Teachopedia. Today's video is about a Python library called NLTK. NLTK stands for Natural Language ToolKit. It is one of the leading and preferred languages of or library of Python for doing tasks related to natural language processing. It has over 100 corpora or datasets and related resources such as Wordnet, web text corpus, and so on. It has a lot of pre-trained models and as well as functions which can help us to analyze textual based data. It is an open source library that is available on Windows, Linux, and Mac OS. For installation, we use pip install NLTK. It has features like stemming, recommendation engine, sentiment analysis, translation, language translation, and so on. So let's jump to coding. So if you haven't installed this library, make sure that you install this using pip install NLTK, and after that import NLTK so that we can use this library. So if you are using for the first time, you will use nltk.download. That will open up a dialog box in which you will download corpora, or you can say datasets for you, which will be using in our NLTK journey. So it's a mandatory thing. You need to download this corpora. So after this, import the necessary functions and library. In this case, we are focusing on NLTK and its relevant functions. So our first task is to parse a text into multiple sentences. So to do that, we are using send tokenize function of NLTK, and we are giving a whole text into that. It will return and it will output all the sentences as a separate string, and it will embed that into a list. So if I run this sentence, or if I run this cell, we will get a list of all sentences that are present in this text. Moving on, how we gonna tokenize by words? Same thing as we did in send tokenize. We are using word tokenize function of NLTK library, and we are giving our whole text into that, and in return we are getting a list of all words that are present in that text. After that, we will be working on stop words, and we are kind of like removing stop words from our sentence. Stop words you can understand like the most occurring words in our daily life or in our text. Like this is these are kind of words which occur mostly in our sentences, so we have to remove these type of words. So we are using a list of all these stop words which NLTK provide, and we are focusing on English stop words. So to get only the unique words, we are using set and saving that into a stop words. After that, we are parsing our text into word token through word tokenize, and we are getting a list of all the words, and then we are traversing into one by one each word, and if that word is present in a stop word, then we are kind of like removing from our sentences, and we will get a filtered word list in which there is no stop words involved. So if I run this cell, we will get a whole list of words that will be filtered from the by removing all the stop words. So as you can see, in the original list we have a how are you, and in the filtered word list we don't have these kind of words, how are you. So that's how you can remove stop words from your text. After this, we are going towards the root cause of every word, and we are using techniques like stemming and lemmatization. Stemming technique only looks at the form of a word, whereas lemmatization technique looks at the meaning of the word. It means after applying lemmatization, we will always get a valid word, which is actually a real world, real world word. So to use stemming, we will use Potter stammer function, and we are kind of like creating a list of some words, and then we are printing its stem words. So as you can see in the last, we have a pythonly word and it give us pythonly as li, so it's not a real word. And as compared to lemmatization, we are using wordnet lemmatizer function, and we are using its function lemmatize, and we are passing some list of words, and if I run this, we get a word which actually have some meaning in the dictionary of English. So that's how you use stemming on lemmatization in your work related to NLP. So the main goal is to give a real word at the root cause of that word. So moving on, now we are focusing on pause tagging or part of speech tagging. If we wanna get a tag like what word belong to which tag, like noun, pronoun, adverb, and so on, adjective. So we will do that by using text, by giving text into pause tag function of NLTK, and then in return of that we will get a list of each word with its specified tag. As you can see, different is an adjective. So these kind of things can be used by using pause tag function of NLTK. Moving on, we will import a WordNet lexical database, that is a dictionary which contains a dictionary of English language specifically designed for natural language processing. And we are using and focusing on Synset, which is a special kind of interface that is present in NLTK to look up for words in WordNet. So if we are passing a word like program, we can get its synonym, we can get its kind of like examples and definition as well. So if I run this cell, we will get all the information of program word, and we will get its synonym as well and its examples as well to understand better about this word. At the end, we are like printing out a frequency distribution of each word used in a sentence. We are using frequency distribution function of NLTK, and we are giving a tokenized word list, and after that we are printing out the most common words used in that sentence. So if I run this, it will plot a graph in which for each word we get its count, that how many times this word is used in the sentence. So as you can see, is the most frequent word used in the sentence. So that's how you use NLTK functions and apply it on textual data to gain some insights about your data and what is it about. It was a basic introduction about NLTK library and its relevant functions. So I hope you found this tutorial useful. That's it for today. Thank you so much.